What's up, dudes?
What's up?
I am Zenburo.
He's wrong. I'm Zenburo.
No, I'm Zenburo, and he's Captain Gimpy, otherwise known as Deviant Jester.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
So, we saw a movie, because that's what we do.
Yep.
I was going to make this channel about other stuff, but who am I kidding? All I really want to do is talk about movies.
Yeah, and movies are cool.
Yeah.
So the movie we saw today is Halloween.
Wait, I thought it was the costume.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, it's called Halloween.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So, in case you're confused, okay, look. There are 3 movies now called Halloween.
Yep.
There's the one in 1978, the classic, directed by John Carpenter, incidentally mostly written by and scored by John Carpenter. And then there's the Rob Zombie movie, which fans of the franchise just call the Rob Zombie movie. And then there's this one, which we can't characterize by anything except 2018.
Yeah.
So, can you give people a quick rundown as to what this one's about?
Yeah, so this is sort of like a semi-reboot. This film takes place 40 years...
Semi-reboot.
Yeah, 40 years after the 1978 Halloween. Yeah, and Jamie Lee Curtis plays Laurie Strode again. She's older now and lives in isolation. And she has an estranged relationship with her daughter. And Michael Myers himself we find him in a psychiatric hospital.
Or an institution for the criminally insane, which is technically non-existent now. But it's a movie.
Yeah.
So, those haven't been a thing since the 1970s that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
They were federally banned.
Mm-hmm.
So now we just throw them in prison. But like I said, it's a movie, so... There's an institution for the criminally insane.
Yeah. So,
yeah. I want to talk about why I was looking forward to this movie. First of all, if you remember the first Halloween film, Jamie Lee Curtis's character, Laurie Strode, was broken.
Mm-hmm.
She was messed up. She barely survived. She is the only survivor in what would have been a 6-victim killing spree.
Yeah.
So... we pick her up here 40 years later, and she's a badass, older Sarah Connor type character.
Yeah, that's the impression that I got from the trailer.
Which is what I wanted to see, and I thought it was going to be amazing.
Yeah. We
so
didn't get that.
What'd you think of the
movie? Here's the thing. There's a path this movie could have gone, which I thought would have made the movie better, which is show more of Laurie Strode, because it would have made the film more interesting and give it like a bigger impact.
She was the most interesting character in the entire film. The dude who played the cop in the first film also reprises his role as the somewhat local yokel cop who barely manages to do police work. And he's still funny in this. And I'm sorry that I didn't mention your name when I tagged the review in the textical review that will be in the in the description. Yeah. Because it's not that I think you're bad. I just forgot, and I'm too lazy to go back and fix it. So here's the thing. All right. So this movie principally stars. Could be anyone as Michael Myers. I know there's a person there.
Yeah, there's actually a bunch of different people.
Yeah, there's a person listed on the IMDB page, but my point is Michael Myers has been played variously by different people, and each of them move differently. The thing that they have in common is that you try to kill them and they get up again.
Yeah.
They die for like an hour or two, and then they rise and start doing stuff. This one actually made noise when he got cut, which I was surprised by.
Yeah, it's like, oh wow, he's human, I guess.
Yeah, somewhat at least, right?
Yeah.
And they show like sort of this quasi 3/4 rear angle of him, almost show you a face, and then they don't.
Yeah.
Like you said, this movie could have gone down a different path. What was her name again? The actress who played Allison?
Andy Matichak.
Yeah, the name I can never get right.
Yeah.
She's one of my problems with the movie. Not her as an actress, her character.
Yeah.
You spend a lot of time watching teenagers make out, which is fine for a horror movie.
Yeah.
Especially a B movie, which is what Blumhouse produces. I like B movies. I want to make that very clear. I enjoy them a lot. I find them interesting to watch. Sometimes I watch them like you would watch a comedy.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy them. Her character in here serves no purpose. She's kind of just there, and this is evidenced by this one scene that I did not mention in the text review, where she's running away from Michael Myers because she escaped from the rear of a locked police car
Yeah.
with Myers and his crazy ex-therapist who dies in the encounter. She runs into the woods, wanders onto her grandmother's property, and into a field of a small section of former targets that you see in the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
And she screams because they scare her apparently way more than Michael Myers ever could. And it was the dumbest thing I've seen in any horror movie.
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous.
Like, they froze on her face like it was supposed to be important.
Yeah, but it just came off as kind of cheesy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and there are a lot of cheesy scenes in this film.
Now, I feel like this movie was not written for people who are even remotely fans of the franchise that bears its name.
Yeah, I would have to say so as well.
It was written for teenagers. There were a number of younger people in the audience when we went to go see it, and they seemed to have had an infinitely better time
Yeah.
probably because they didn't know anything about the series.
Yeah.
Which is fine, which is what I want to say too. If you are new to Halloween, the Rob Zombie remake is pretty good.
Yep.
If you're not a fan of if you don't know the original. If you know the original, you're going to nitpick, and that's natural.
Yeah.
So if you're a Halloween fan, you can honestly safely pass this until it comes out on Blu-ray and you add it to your collection and then get angry then. If you're new to the franchise, I think you're going to enjoy it. It's obviously written for a younger audience, which is perfectly fine. I just wish there was more Jamie Lee Curtis. I wish there was a little more character development. The only thing that this movie has going for it over the original is that Michael Myers doubles his kill streak.
Yeah.
Literally, by the end of the movie, there are 10 kills. I counted.
Yeah, those scenes are pretty brutal, and if you like all the gory scenes, well, this film has it in spades.
The gore is pretty well done. It's a little over the top. It's funny, which
Yeah.
I always thought Halloween was supposed to have a little bit of gory off-color humor.
Yeah.
That's there, and I like that. I like some of the callbacks to the earlier films. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course the theme music is here too. So
Yeah, that's iconic. If you don't have the theme music in a Halloween movie, it's not a Halloween movie.
yeah, they got that right at least.
What I said in my text review, for those of you who probably aren't going to read it, is if you're the kind of kid who just wants to scare the shit out of people, any costume will do, and you're still going to have fun doing it.
Yeah.
You're going to scare the crap out of people. That's this movie, if you're that kid. If you're the kid that wants to be Mike Myers for Halloween, it's like if your mom came home with a Frankenstein mask because that's all the store had, and she thinks it should be good enough.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Do you have any other thoughts you want to add? Things that you didn't say in the review that you want to throw out there?
No, I'd say that's pretty much it. I would say, like what you said, if you like horror slasher films, this film does it pretty well. If you're a Halloween fan, just skip it.
It's not going to do what you want.
Yeah.
The way I summarized it to this dude over here, it's like my relationship with the Resident Evil movies. I love Resident Evil. I love zombie fiction, right?
Yeah.
But the Resident Evil films are not Resident Evil films. They're zombie movies. And when I stopped thinking of them as Resident Evil films, I actually enjoyed them.
Yeah.
If you don't think of this as a Halloween movie, you'll have fun with it. If you're thinking of it as a Halloween movie, you're going to be disappointed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For those of you who are not really that into horror or not that into Halloween, but you would watch it at some point, wait for the red box.
Yeah.
I hope that helped, and hopefully I'll see you guys at the movies. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. There's a link down below to the review in the description.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.